Odoo CRM tutorial full sales pipeline guide. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video I'll be showing you guys step by step on how you can get started with Odoo CRM. So let's jump right in. Now, Odoo is an amazing tool that has several different features, including finance, human resources, marketing, services, websites, supply chain, and productivity tools. So you can truly manage your entire business on Odoo. And the best part is that they have a very nice sales CRM with POS shop, POS restaurant, subscriptions, and rental integrations. So let's get started with building our own Odoo CRM sales pipeline. To get started, click on Start Now. It's free. Once you do that, you can proceed with your Odoo online trial. So for your Odoo online trial, all you need is a valid email address for you to get started with. So you're just going to enter your first name, last name, and then proceed with your company information. I'm going to do that over here, and we're just going to enter our email and then our phone number. After that, you're just going to click on Start Now to proceed with your Odoo CRM trial. Now, once we have signed up, we can now proceed on to using all the features on Odoo CRM. Starting off with some of their most primary features, we have their basic CRM, and this is your general dashboard from where you can navigate into the Discuss section for communication, Calendar section for scheduling, your Contact section for easy contact management, your CRM. Then you have a general dashboard, other applications that you can integrate, including Odoo Sales, Odoo Website, Odoo Inventory, Invoicing, and many other Odoo applications. Then you have your general settings for your account. So to proceed with Odoo CRM, we're going to click on CRM over here. Once you click on CRM, you will see a basic pipeline. This is your general pipeline. You can click on New on the top left to build a new opportunity. Then you can enter the company name. However, this is a pipeline that has been created beforehand. So if you want to customize this to an actual sales pipeline, you might want to do some customizations. And first, we're just going to complete our basic company. Let's say we have a brand called Mango. I'm going to create that, and I'm just going to click on Add. And just like that, you can add a opportunity. Then you can drag and drop that between different columns. Then you can add a specific activity that is meant to be scheduled. So let's say I'm going to assign something, which is going to be an email, and then I'm going to click on Save. Then after that, you can drag this into either the won or the lost section. Now, after that, you can click on Generate Leads on the top left to proceed with generating leads. Let's say I am looking for leads under the retail business, and I can click on Generate Leads over here. Once I do that, Odoo is able to find different leads for me. Then I can click on New, and then after that, I can proceed. And just like so, you can proceed with using Odoo. Now, I'm going to go into the CRM, and first I'm going to activate my account. So you're going to go into your mailbox and you need to confirm your email address. So I'm just going to go into Odoo over here and click on Activate Your Database so that we can start using our account as we normally would. From here, you do have to create a suitable password for your account, like so, and then click on Activate Your Database. Once you click on Activate Your Database, we can now proceed with building our own sales pipeline. Now, it does ask you to invite your colleagues. So let's say I want to invite Lily Davis and Midge Maisel, because obviously for your CRM, you might have other employees. And I'm just going to enter their emails over here. Once done, I'm going to click on Send Invites to send out my invitations to my other team members. Now, once I've done that, we can go on ahead and proceed into our Odoo CRM. And then we're just going to go into kaiko.odoo. Now, again, you're going to open up your CRM. And from here, we're going to proceed with creating a new opportunity. We can add whatever opportunity we want, just like so. Then you guys can see, again, drag and drop. And we have this basic guide to help us out as well. So like so, you can drag and drop everything. And then you can move forward with each one of your activities and your leads, like so. Now from here, I want to begin with a little bit of customization. So you guys can see on the top, it says My Pipeline. Then it shows you your activities, your teams, and your customers. Then it has a reporting section for forecasts, pipelines, leads, and activities. Now, this is going to show you all of the data and metrics that you're going to require. After that, you have your general configuration. This includes the tags for your pipelines as well as lost reasons. Then you have your general settings and sales teams. So the first thing you can do is go into your general settings and manage your CRM by turning on and off certain settings based upon your business. So if you want to assign a salesperson into multiple sales team, you can turn this on. You can turn on recurring revenues, add leads as a qualification step before it creates a opportunity. Then you can add members or partners, and you can get grades and price lists and allow lead management and commission plans. I'm going to update these probabilities. After that, you have lead generation. Now everything looks good over here. So now I want to go on ahead and go into my account settings on the top right. So I have my preferences over here, and within my preferences, we're just going to notification handle in Odoo. And then after that, we can choose our calendar default user roles. Now within our pipeline, you guys can see that if I click on this plus icon over here, this will create the lead or opportunity within that section. However, if I want to add my own stages, I can do so as well. You can click on the gearbox icon right beside the plus icon. If you hover your cursor over it, you will see this, and then you can click on edit. When you click on edit, you can choose how you want to name your stages, and you can update your stages. Now, what I recommend is that you go into ChatGPT and enter the type of business you are in, and you ask it to build you lead stages. So I'm just going to ask ChatGPT to, what are the typical stages in a sales pipeline for a retail business? So we have lead generation / prospecting. I'm just going to copy these and go back into Odoo. Now within the new section, I'm just going to edit this, and I'm going to edit this into lead generation / prospecting. And then after that, I'm going to click on save. Now, once I've added leads / prospecting, I'm going to add my second stage, which is going to be initial contact or product discovery. Going back into my pipeline, I'm going to change this. Once I change the stage name, I'm just going to paste it over here. And once I paste it over here, I'm going to move on to the next step. Now, after that, we have product demonstration. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to edit this as well. And you guys can see these are more stages than were actually present in Odoo, because these basic CRM stages can truly be for any business, but once you need to customize them, and that is going to be accurate for your business. So we have considerations, objection handling. You can also call this the negotiation stage. Oftentimes you're going to find this under negotiation as well. So once we add this, I'm going to drag this over here. And then we're going to go into settings, click on edit. And yeah, this is folded in pipeline. It's not a WAN stage. Then after that, we're going to go into the WAN stage. And we can click on edit, and this is going to be a WAN. Now you can add a purchase / fulfillment delivery, post sale, repeat sale. You can add all of those. However, depending on your industry, you might just want a simple WAN or lost stage. And you can even configure your general configuration for the lost reasons. So you can go into lost reasons over here. Too expensive, we don't have the people or skills, not enough stock. Then another reason for lost is, let's say another reason is doesn't fulfill our needs. And I'm just going to click on save. And just like that, you can add as many lost reasons, which can help you in categorizing your cards easier. You can even click on Add Custom Field to add your own custom fields within Odoo Studio. Now, going back into my pipeline here, let's get started with actually creating our own deals and prospects. Now, what I like to do whenever I am building my own sales CRM, I like to go under sales and then go into customers to start adding my own. To do this, I can click on new and I can add my own customer. I like to add both a person and a company. Usually you're going to have a company reach out to you and they're going to have some representative. So I'm going to add that representative first. Let's say it's Johnson Smith. And then we're going to enter the email, the phone number, company address, job position, so on and so forth. Below that, you can even enter a contact. So if you want to build invoice, delivery, other, you can add those contacts here. Then once you do that, you're just going to save this and then click on new. Once you click on new, you can enter a company. Let's say this is going to be Spade Co. And then once I do that, I'm going to Spade Co. And the best part about using Odoo is that they have a worldwide web of a network of all these contacts, which you can use for your own benefit. So after that, you're going to simply click on add contact, and you can add a contact person, invoice, delivery, or other. Once done, just click on the top left, and then you can proceed with adding your own teams. So currently I only have my own account or my own team. You can proceed with this section here and click on the plus icon to add your own users. You guys can see this is only a sales team. After that, you have your activities section, and then after that, you have your general pipeline. Now going back into my pipeline, I want to proceed with adding a few leads. Now, the customer section is different and the lead section is different on Odoo. Naturally, if you haven't converted a potential customer into a customer, you're going to find them under leads. You can click on generate leads and you can ask Odoo to do all of the hard parts for you. Let's say I want companies and their contacts. I can filter them by size as well as industry. I can add the employees based upon their role or seniority. However, I want to add my own lead. Let's say this is going to be called Sonic Inc. And the probability, I'm going to start at 0% or 10%. And after that, we're just going to add a new lead. Now, whenever you're adding leads, a quick way to convert them in your sales pipeline is to click on convert to opportunity. When you do that, you can proceed and convert to opportunity. And from here, the salesperson can be selected. I'm going to select myself, and then we can create a new customer if we want. I'm going to be creating a new customer for this opportunity. Once done, you will see that this particular business has now entered our sales pipeline. Now, whenever this customer or this lead has entered our pipeline, I can change their pipeline status directly by clicking on over here. Or I can go back into my pipeline to view what stage that they are present in. You guys can see Sonic Inc. is over here. Now, whenever you add any probability or add a potential lead, you can add their expected revenue from this lead. So let's say it's gonna be 100K, and then you can choose their email, phone, salesperson, expected closing, and tags. You even have the ability to add your own notes. You can type in a / and format these. You can add code, quotations, switch directions, add separators, toggle lists, add banners, media, videos as well. And then you can even link all of the contacts. So this allows you to have a cohesive and detailed section about the company. Now, going back into my pipeline, let's say that my business has won this deal. Now, when I go into one over here, this will show me the revenue, the expected revenue that this deal is bringing. You can see that currently we've only been viewing our pipeline in this particular format. However, if we want, we can filter this out by viewing it as unassigned, open opportunities, based upon unread messages, won, ongoing, lost, as well as other grouping options. And you even have the list view on the right. You have a calendar view. You have a pivot view, graph, a geographical, as well as a time-based view. However, Kanban views are really easy to navigate, so I prefer those. Now over here, I'm just going to add the Sonic Inc. deal under product demonstration. So whenever something is added here, let's say I want to click on the bottom and schedule a activity. Let's say I have to send out a meeting email to show our new collection, and then I can attach any document. I can click on meeting here, and I can schedule this as well. However, if I do not have the capability of scheduling it right now, let's say I'm not sure if all these meeting times will be available, then I can leave the other attendees. I can add this as my own meeting, and I can just click on save, and then later on ask all the other attendees. Now, from here, you will see this icon is going to appear. So it's going to show me that there is a meeting that I need to schedule. Then within this, let's say I have to schedule another activity, and this is going to be a call. Let's say the call is going to be 2 days later. I can write a note. Let's say I need to follow up on their interest. And then we're just going to click on save. And just like that, you can add these activities. You can even start in the potential lead or the potential customer. Now, whenever a activity is completed, I can click on over here and then click on this, and I can click on done. And now the activity will be marked as done. So this allows you to see any potential deal that might be worrisome simply because it is not being attended to. So this ensures that you are on top of all of your potential leads and customers and you are contacting them in a timely fashion. Now you even have other stages and other things that you can customize. So if your stages are going to vary from these, you can always customize them as we previously did. Now, this falls all under the sales section, and then we've already seen how we can add leads. However, reporting is another amazing tool on Odoo CRM. You can click on Forecast over here to see a forecast for your business. On the left, you will see your potential revenue, and then you will see upcoming closings in your pipeline, expected closing this month. Now, if you close all of these out, you can see, let's say I potentially expect to close this in 2 months, okay? And then this is going to be somewhere in September. And then these are marked as one. And just like so, you have a forecast of where your business is going. If you want to view this graphically, you can click on the graphic icon on the top right, and you see the revenue expected. Then on the right, you even have a pivot as well as a general listicle section. Then you can click on over here to filter these out based upon upcoming closings or creation dates or won or lost or ongoing opportunities. Now below that, you have a pipeline summary, which can help you in viewing the potential growth. So which stages are most of your deals in? This shows you how many deals are in what stage. This can also help you in focusing on a certain stage, especially if your business is going to be expanding, then oftentimes you do want to focus on certain stages because it's really important for your customers to be intrigued and interested within your business. So making sure that you're focusing on the initial stages is really important and no deadline is missed. You can insert these charts in a spreadsheet, and you can even measure this based upon the days to assignment, days to closure, days to convert, exceeded closing days, and more. You can even view this in the form of a pie chart, a line chart, a bar chart, and you have a stacked, cumulative, as well as descending or ascending. Now, I personally really like a line chart for this, or either using a line chart or a bar chart. And this just helps you in understanding where your business is projecting its growth. Now, after that, you can go into reporting, and you even have a leads section because no business is complete without their leads. It's really important as a business to see how many leads you have and how you're growing your leads. You can proceed with your lead analysis and even insert this in a spreadsheet. And if you have multiple different pipelines that are going to be running, this is just going to make this easier. So if you are someone that wants to use this tool to run your sales pipeline as well as other types of pipelines, you can do that here. And then below that, you have activity reporting. So with activity reporting, you are able to see all of the progress that comes with your activities within the business. So over here, you guys can see that all of my activities are in one pipeline. So they're categorized like so. I can filter this out based upon, let's say, one. And then this is going to show me all activities that were related to a one deal. Then moving forward, we also have another section which we can see, which is going to be our basic dashboard. Now, till this point, we've only been looking at features which were specifically present within the Odoo CRM. However, there are other features on Odoo that are present. So if you go under Contact in Odoo, this is a separate tab or a separate section that allows you to completely monitor only your contacts, which is a really amazing practice. You don't find these kinds of things in other CRM tools, which are only going to be focused in pipeline building. Odoo allows you to have a separate section for contacts, which is easy to manage, and you can manage their industries, connect them with tags, add localizations, as well as link their bank accounts for easy communication within all of your team members. You even have a calendar section that is separated. So all of your employees and all of your team members easily have the opportunity to follow along with any progress that is being made within the business. And this ensures that no matter if you're going to switch employees between your opportunities, everyone has an idea of what is meant to happen next. Then your dashboard allows you to have a quick eagle eye view of everything within Odoo. And then you have your general settings, which can help you in managing your leads and your pipelines. You guys can see that this is a general report for our pipeline, which you can find here. And this just gives you a very nice eagle eye view of everything that is happening within. Now, going back into our dashboard, our final step is to explore the app section. Now, the app section is going to be super useful for people that are, looking for Odoo applications and trying to use Odoo applications in a really simple and easy way. Simply because Odoo applications are really effective, especially when they're used in conjunction with each other. So usually within a sales CRM, you're going to use Odoo Project as well. So I personally love to use it. If it's not something you need, you don't need to install this, but I do like to use Odoo Project and then Odoo Sales as well. This allows me to send out quotations to invoices, and Project allows me to manage and plan my projects. So from the first step of adding my leads and opportunities to sending out invoices, managing my business customers, as well as organizing my own team, everything is done within Odoo. So I'm going to show you guys how to download Project. Simply click on Install, click on Confirm. Once you click on Confirm over here, you can proceed. And just like so, Odoo Project is now being installed. So we're just going to wait for the installation to be completed. And once Odoo Project has been installed, this is what it's going to look like. Now, once this has been installed, we can click on over here into Odoo Project, and we can get started with our project. Now, within our project over here, we have a simple blank slate. We can click on New Project on the top left. Let's say this is going to be our Sonic development project, and I can click on Create. Once I click on Create on a project here, you guys will see that I have different task stages for projects. I can click on New over here to add a task title. Now, if I click on Projects, this is going to show me one of my projects like so, and then I can enter New, Assigned, In Progress, and Completed Tasks. You can add as many projects as you want, and then you have a divided task section. So it has My Tasks, and then it has All Tasks that is separated. Then you have reporting, which is task analysis, so you can see if everything is up to date. Now, moving on into our final Odoo application that we do usually use with Odoo CRM and sales pipelines is their sales feature. So if you go into Odoo and go into Odoo applications, you can go into sales and you can click on install over here. Then click on confirm. Once you do that, you can confirm your Odoo application, and then in a few seconds, the installation will be complete. Once the installation has been completed, you guys can see that it's currently being installed. And now once it has been installed, you guys will see that Odoo Sales is going to help you from expanding onto the point forward from your sales pipeline. So we're going to go into sales here, and once we go into sales, you will have a section for orders, quotations, sales teams, and customers. You have invoices and upsells, and you can manage your products and price lists here. You also have reporting features, including your sales, how a salesperson is performing, how certain products and customers are performing as well. All of these are valuable metrics that can help you in further improving your pipeline as well. Because if you're able to note what products are doing well, then you're able to provide accurate value propositions to your potential leads. And then you have your general configuration, where you can add your payment methods, providers, and categorize your products as well. And just like that, this was everything you needed to know about Odoo CRM and how to build your sales pipeline within Odoo CRM. Now, you might wonder, what's the price of all of this? Well, if we choose monthly billing, Odoo starts at $9.10 for their standard plan. But they do have a one app for free. So if you only want to use Odoo Online, then you can use one of their Odoo applications completely for free. Within the standard and custom plan, you can use all of these Odoo applications. So it's only $9.10 for all of these amazing applications, which you would be paying separately. And if you were paying separately for all of these amazing tools, that would truly be a hefty price, because I have seen, other platforms charging for these types of services, and they are very expensive. So Odoo definitely does take the cake when it comes to reasonable and decent pricing, considering how powerful their features are. Now, we're going to go on ahead and move forward into our next section, which is the features. So a lot of people say it has Odoo Online and I only want one thing. I only want Odoo, one application, the CRM. Should I be purchasing standard or custom? Well, standard is something, if you're only going to be using one app, it's not worth your while. However, if you want Odoo Studio and you want a multi-company with external API, then custom Odoo plans are something you should opt for. You can get a discount by opting for yearly billing, so you get around a 20% discount as well. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions or any queries, you guys can leave those in the comments down below. I would love to know what you guys have to say, and thanks for watching.